Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be discussing some of the leaks and rumours that have recently been appearing about the Mario and Luigi franchise. Now, I really like the Mario and Luigi franchise. From the very first game on the Game Boy Advance, not to the remake of Original Story on 3DS, the remake of Superstar Saga. So, from Superstar Saga to Superstar Saga. I've loved each game in the series because they've all been fun in their own unique way. With each game having such a different, it's just different, also being the same. But it's been about 5 years since the last actual new one. It's been about a year, almost 2 years actually, since the latest remake, so we haven't actually gotten anything Mario and Luigi in quite a bit. And a lot of fans have been really wanting a new one. So, not too long ago, there's this person who has often got things correct. In the past, this person has predicted that E3 was going to be shut down, which, yeah, it was obvious, but they still said that definitively it's gone. They've also predicted the dates of a couple Nintendo Directs, albeit they were minis, it was still correct. And about a day ago, they started posting stuff about Mario and Luigi. Little screenshots and pieces of it. And then, they tweeted, this person who works at Nintendo, who has 100% track record, says, there will be a new Mario and Luigi game. More info soon. Now, this made the internet just go, like, crazy, because, yes, while this person does have a track record, it is still hard to believe. There's plenty of people saying, yes, please, or I want this, but this is probably fake, stuff like that. So then, recently, there was more information that they gave us, where they said that Mario and Luigi IP due late 2021/early 2022 for new Nintendo Switch Advanced. Now, there's a little bit more to this, but first, we'll talk about that. So, a new Mario and Luigi, not just Mario and Luigi IP due late 2021. So, the way they're saying that, they're not saying that it's a new game, but it also is. So, they're not confirming if it's a new game, or if it's a remake, but they're still saying that it's hard to explain. Not a new title, but a new game with Mario and Luigi in it. For the Nintendo Switch Advanced. So, not only is Nintendo now running out of ideas for consoles, they're just stealing old names, like the Game Boy Advance, but that's something very interesting. What do they mean by Nintendo Switch Advance? Now, for a while, people have been wanting a Switch Pro, myself included, as when Xbox and PlayStation released their new, more powerful versions of the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, but not fully the next generation, that's when Nintendo released the Switch. And now, recently, the companies have made their next big leap into the next generation. But Nintendo doing very little. Not any announcements, nothing. But this person is saying that it's going to be, once again, for the Nintendo Switch Advance, so not only are they saying, here's new Mario and Luigi game, but also, there's the new system's real. And a third thing, which we're going to talk about in a bit. So, when they say Nintendo Switch Advance, what does that exactly mean? Is it just a Switch, but slightly bigger, slightly more powerful? Is it like the Switch, but with, say, a second screen? Who knows, really? I mean, they know. Even then, do they know? They just know that a Switch Advance is coming, whatever that's supposed to mean. But either way, they're saying that, yes, there's a new Mario and Luigi coming late 2021, 2022, which kind of adds credibility to the leak. It's not saying that it's coming this year, because there's only like 30-ish days left anyway. But they're saying late next year, which makes it kind of think that they've only started production on it. Or maybe they've been making it for a while and have just been wanting to make sure that Nintendo has got the right team and stuff like that. As Alpha Dream themselves, who made every other Mario and Luigi game, shut down. Maybe they're put into the company sneakily, Or maybe it's just someone else entirely. But how are we supposed to know? The second half of the tweet says that existing Mario and Luigi properties for Nintendo DS will be available for NSO in June 2021. Which is very, very interesting. Right above this, they also said that 18 Nintendo DS titles will be made available for play on NSO Online between the 1st of the 6th, 2021 and the 31st of the 12th, 2021. It's only for 6 months in 2021, which... why? There's not really a good reason for this, but... They then went on to say that 2 of these need to be DSiWare games. So... yeah. It seems like we're also going to be able to play the old Mario and Luigi, or at least the ones on the DS, which are Bowser's Inside Story and Partners in Time, which you're seeing playing on in the background. I don't know what exactly is playing on in the background, but I know it's Partners in Time in general. So, from June 2021 to essentially 2022, what if this is true, then it's just kind of showing that Nintendo is... why? Nintendo just keep on seeming to do this thing where, here's something that you want, but only for a limited time, which is really irritating. I don't know if they're gonna keep doing this, or why they even started doing this, but they're doing it alright. First it was the 3D Mario collection, where they said, hey, we don't want you using ROMs, so here it is on your Switch, but only for a limited time, because we hate people. And then after that, Mario 35th, you can't play that. That one makes a lot more sense, since not only is that game heavily relying on the fact that there's 35 Marios, and it's quite lackluster as it's just Mario plus some Tetris that is probably chucked together in about a month. But also, it's kind of basic. Like, the thing about Tetris is that it's Tetris. It's survived for like 30 years, and it's probably still gonna keep on surviving to the very far future. And Mario will probably still do that too, but just having a game like Tetris but for Mario, it doesn't work as well. So I do kind of agree with that being limited release, maybe bringing it back, you know, for the 40th, for the 50th, who knows. And now, moving away from the Mario things that they're gonna stop doing eventually. The first Fire Emblem was legally localized, which I do not care for Fire Emblem at all, but that is really cool for fans of the series who have been wanting to play it legally. Once again, that is also for a limited time because reasons. Sometimes Nintendo just does things like this. That's their best and worst quality, is that you don't know what they're gonna do. They can do literally anything. Nobody knows what Nintendo's gonna do. Except for this leaker. Hopefully. Nobody knows. And then now, if this leak is true, then yay! DS games on the system for a limited amount of time. The thing about DS games is that, though not all of them, there's the good ones, a lot of the good ones, do have a decent bit of touchscreen stuff needed. So, Nintendo's gonna have to go through all the effort of trying to make that work on the Switch, and then only let you play it for 6 months. Like, what was probably 8 months of effort, everyone can only touch it for 6 months. Why? Like, once again, this might not be true, that part might not be true, but it still is really irritating. Maybe instead of it being like the normal NSO, it's more like, hey, you can download these games onto your Switch, but only for a limited time. So then that way, as long as you make sure to download it within those 6 months, then you're gonna be able to play all of them. Maybe it's gonna be something like that, like a little bonus, but even then, I just hope that this person just got some information wrong, and that these are gonna stay for the entire Switch's lifetime. That's about it. What would I want in a new Mario and Luigi game? That's hard to say. I just want a new Mario and Luigi game in general. We haven't gotten new ones since 2015, so it's been about 5 years, which is an insanely long amount of time. And even then, that one we got, while I wouldn't say it's bad, compared to the other Mario and Luigi games, isn't exactly great. Because that one was the one where they mixed Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario together. But you didn't really get either's greatest elements. Like, one of the great things about Paper Mario is its system, its characters, the exploration of the world, and a lot of the time its villains. I mean, first game, Bowser was really fun. Second game, Bowser was fun again. But then you had a bunch of weird new villains, which were always a joy to see. And then, of course, Super Paper Mario, you had Count Black, you had the Twist villain, which was also evil throughout the entire game. Really enjoyable. However, this game decided to take the more recent qualities of the Paper Mario franchise, such as...
Oh no.
Yeah, there are none. There are no good qualities. Huh. I mean, there are. They look really nice and they've got pretty good music, which... that goes for this game as well. It looks nice and it's got good music. Does it have anything else going for it? Yeah, it's got one of the most refined battle systems for Mario and Luigi, but in this game you're just fighting against two Bowsers. There's nothing really interesting going on. The world themes are grasslands, desert, snowy area, mountains, lava. Your generic Mario affair that's been repeated and banged into everyone's skulls since New Super Mario Bros. For the DS. Like, you don't even get Big World anymore from Mario 3. That was the best world. But from a new one, it'd be fun to play as Waluigi or Wario. That would be interesting. Maybe it's just Wario and Waluigi, not Mario and Luigi. Who knows? As well, I want it to be as good as Bowser's Inside Story or Dream Team. Those are really good Mario and Luigi games. And though, yeah, I kind of feel like Dream Team just is a bit too long, which I think Bowser's Inside Story is actually longer, but I think it's mostly because Bowser's Inside Story, you keep on switching between Mario and Luigi and Bowser. So that game, it could be twice as long, but it doesn't feel like it, because you're constantly getting to switch back and forth, from going inside Bowser in 2D, from exploring around in 3D. Another thing I'd want to see in this game is to have the same composer do it. Yoko Shimomura is extremely talented. I mean, they worked on Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, funny Mario and Luigi game, Kingdom Hearts as well. And this is extremely obvious in the two new music tracks added to Bowser's Inside Story, which... yeah, I really don't like the remake, but it does get some things right, such as having these two new tracks. Like, the end of the game is a lot more serious, so going into the Fawful fight or the Dark Star fight and just hearing the usual Bowser's Inside Story battle music that you got while fighting a worm, yeah, it doesn't really add up together, so having these completely brand new tunes really did work. But I mean, apart from that, the remake is very much not worth it. So yeah, do you think this leak is real? Do you want it to be real? What's your opinion on the DS thing only being for a limited time? Do you think that's actually gonna happen as well? So yep, leave a comment, tell me. Also tell me if this video sucks or not, I really don't know. As you can tell, I'm not just using my phone, I'm actually properly editing crap together. So tell me if that's very much not working or very much working. Either way, see you idiots later.